Hey everyone, Tom here from the BluMortgage team, coming to you with a new feature. This is a Zoho feature, but one came out a little while ago. People have been testing it. We now feel that it's at that stage where we're really ready to release it, show all of our clients. And what it is this idea of what's called a canvas. If you scroll down this, you can see it at zoho.com/canvas, but this does a really good idea. So for a lot of you might be used to this view, which, is what it is, and people are familiar with it. But then what Canvas allows you to do is move it to this, right? So a little bit more visual, a lot more control about how and where your data appears, different kind of UI, and the great news is this is all customizable. So this is cool, but how do we actually get it in our CRM? So first off, I wanted to show you this my sample account, just so you know I'm doing it real time. This is what my view currently looks like, and it should be familiar for a lot of people. But now what I'm going to do is I've jumped over into my settings area, and under customization you can see Canvas, and it has that little new arrow next to it, so I'm going to click that. And then here it says design your page without code, and it's exactly what we saw over here. So let's get right into it and create a detailed record. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on the mortgage page, standard layout. You should probably just have one layout, and we'll hit create. So I'm just going to give it a second to pause. It loads. It takes a couple seconds to load, and then I'll unpause. So when this loads up, basically what happens is, first of all, it's going to ask you for a template. And I honestly recommend starting with a template because it's just a lot to customize without one. So it's nice to have a starting point with it. And the one I really like is the one that we saw over here, which is this one here. So it's kind of hard to see, but when I click it, it's going to load over there. And so, yeah, great. You can see it right here. That looks good. And then I'm going to hit select. And basically what's happening now is it's copying this template and putting it on my canvas. So again, this one actually takes a little bit longer. This one takes a minute or two. So again, I'm going to pause and then we'll circle back once it's complete. So now this is loaded up here. Basically what you can see is that it's taken a lot of this information, my sample person Massimo here, and put all those details in. But you can still customize beyond this, right? So I can come in here and, I don't know, very simply, hey, I want to know if he has a birthday this month. I want that front and center. I can pop that in there. Very easy to kind of click and drag. Really customize this. I could even scroll down, decide to move some things around. Maybe my tasks are a lot more important than my meetings, so I'm going to shrink that a little bit, make that a bit bigger. You can see how this is just really fully customizable. In my tasks, I mean, really what I'd probably be most interested in is, yeah, the task owner, that sort of thing, but also the priorities. So I'm going to throw that in as well. So you can see it's all really easy to manipulate. You can even get super detailed and come in here and say, actually, I'd like this to be red. That's more on brand. So you can just see there's just about everything you can do. I have my notes here, and so these tabs here kind of help you navigate what used to be along the left is now along the top here, and you can choose exactly how they appear. You can click and drag, move it around, really kind of up to you how you want to do it. So there we go. We'd move it like that. That goes there, my timeline there. I can see all fields there. So that's great. And if there's anything that I don't really care about, like command center, probably not, blueprint, prediction, doesn't really matter so much, but you can see that it really kind of simplifies everything. So that's kind of that there, and then you have your actions up here like you always have. So that's all kind of easy and ready to go. And so now I'm just going to name it. So I'm going to say my standard canvas, sure. Hit save, and now it's saved successfully, so I'm going to close. And now there it is. It's on my borrowers. And so now, if I go over to that borrower I was looking at, Han Solo, if I quickly refresh, let's see what happens. So when you come into here, not going to happen right away. Missed a step. But basically what happens is I'll come down here and change to my standard canvas, like I called it. And now the magic begins, and you can see Han Solo, all his details just got changed. And so, yeah, it's changed, and I can see my mortgages here. I can see his details here, his emails, notes, as I always have been able to. It's just a different way to navigate it. This right here, a couple options to keep in mind. I have it on fit to screen. If I uncheck this, I have a wide screen, so it kind of contracts it a bit more if I uncheck that. And if I ever want to change it back, what I can do is change it just back to standard view. And then if I hit edit, like always, it opens up this view here. And yeah, so then when you hit edit, you can come back in here and you can move stuff around. And that's kind of as we're used to. And then if I hit edit up here, that takes me into my standard edit where I can kind of come in and just edit the specific details. So all in all, pretty easy to set up, especially if you use a template, so you can tweak it to your specific specifications. And really what it allows you to do is have a much nicer view, but all your same functionality is there. Thanks.